Vale e Rede Construai Grupo Construjan apresentam Terceira Semana Integrada Internacional da FAVAG, de 26 a 31 de outubro, com uma programação digital que conecta você ao novo normal. Palestrantes internacionais, 6 palcos digitais, transmissões ao vivo, 106 atividades com mais de 144 horas de conteúdo, desafio dos terceirões com quiz interativo premiado, live shows com Lucas Eric e a atração nacional Gabi e Rafa.
Garrafona não, orgulho no chão.
Terceira Semana Integrada Internacional da FAVAG. Informações e inscrições favag.edu.br.
You can watch me glow.
O valor da sua conta de energia está alto? Faça um orçamento para gerar sua própria energia solar na Supritec. A energia do momento, acessível para todos. Venha conhecer. Energia solar é na Supritec. Há 20 anos oferecendo o que é de melhor para você.
Tá valendo, tá valendo! Reconstruai!
Quer ganhar uma reforma no valor de R$30 mil? Participe da Reconstruai. A reforma pode ser na cozinha, no banheiro, na sala, você que escolhe. Dá até para transformar aquele cantinho especial da sua casa num cômodo que você sempre sonhou. Para participar é só acessar o site reconstruai.com.br. Clique em Quero Participar. Faça o seu cadastro, envie fotos do local a ser reformado e não se esqueça de caprichar na resposta para a pergunta: por que você merece uma reforma Construai? Depois é só pedir votos para todo mundo. Reconstruai, não fique fora dessa.
Tá valendo, tá valendo! Reconstruai!
Temos como valores a transparência e a ética em tudo que fazemos. Somos comprometidos e respeitamos os nossos associados. Geramos soluções financeiras adequadas e sustentáveis por meio do cooperativismo e temos compromisso e solidariedade com as comunidades onde estamos presentes. Somos a principal instituição financeira, propulsora do desenvolvimento econômico e social dos nossos associados. Somos Cicobi Credivag.
A faculdade para ser feliz conecta você ao futuro. Vestibular FAVAG 2021. Faça já sua inscrição para o vestibular agendado da FAVAG e venha fazer o curso dos seus sonhos. Acesse vestibularfavag.com.br e escolha o melhor dia e horário. Provas presenciais ou online, inscrições abertas e gratuitas. Vestibularfavag.com.br, conectando você ao novo normal.
Rafa e temos um convite muito especial para vocês. Gente, adivinha só? Finalmente vamos fazer uma live. E dessa vez vai ser com uma faculdade lá de Minas Gerais. Gabi, fala aí, que faculdade top é essa que tá todo mundo falando? FAVAG, tem um super desafio, viu? Entra lá no Instagram, vocês vão conferir. Nossa live vai ser cheia de energia boa, muita música. Isso aí, muitas declarações de amor. Isso aí. E eu vou falar pra vocês, gente, estudem, tá? Estudem, levem a sério, mas também curtam, porque a vida é ser feliz. Isso aí, a galera do terceiro ano do ensino médio vai concorrer a vários prêmios e participar dos desafios. Então a gente espera vocês, tá? Bora, né, gente? 31 de outubro. Bora acompanhar essa live, vocês não podem perder, não. Valeu, galera!
Boa noite a todos que estão participando da palestra dessa noite. Hoje nós temos o grande prazer de receber o professor Takuya Taketomi, da Universidade Meiji do Japão, onde ele atua como engenheiro de software e instrutor em habilidades técnicas na Faculdade de Informática. Ele é um palestrante internacional, participou de várias conferências internacionais e possui uma publicação na área de informática. A palestra que ele vai proferir hoje versa sobre o gerenciamento de equipes com membros com experiências distintas para desenvolver um software aplicativo, usando várias plataformas de comunicação mediadas digitalmente. Eu vou passar para o professor Taketomi para ele poder iniciar a apresentação. Tenham todos uma ótima palestra. Professor Taketomi, it's a great pleasure to have you here with us. Thanks a lot for joining us. The stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay. I'm start make presentation. Thank you for introduction. Introduce. Okay. Okay, I'm start my presentation. Okay, so I will talk about how relation of different communities of practice can influence source code in application development, and then I hope to give suggestion on how to manage the team with various backgrounds of members. Okay. The research was conducted in project-based learning class at the university. The project is to develop applications that aim to promote tourism or destination marketing. Yes, in the region. Okay. Okay, this table contains previous research question using concept data analyst approach, data analyst conclusions. So my I'm is graduate to degree international studies in university. I studied discourse analyst. In other wide discourse, I learned about relationship between community of culture and conversation. And I have to learn to create application on my own since university. So after the graduate from university, I got job IT company worked there for 2 years. There I was interested in how chatting on Slack. Slack is a chat tool, and how chatting on Slack in a company affects the building on relationship. So I wrote a paper while working there. This today I talk about research and reads my background. Okay. Okay. I found the relationship between application development and human relationship is okay. Okay, previous research involved my research. If we want to come up new idea innovations, we should collaborate it with people's different background and specialties. But when we work with members who have different values, we are often at conflict. For example, development and in company development and sales person and development persons, development person and design person, sales person and marketing person, they have different value. So when they negotiations sometimes often conflict. Okay, but includes conflicts. Include conflicts for the negotiation, such as negotiations, the artifacts and produced, said Wenger. So, the information science studies, there's a field of study about community and artifacts. Artifact is a software application and so on. So there have been studies such as computer-supported collaborative work, CSCW, that analyze artifact technologies in situation and context. But I don't know how relation of different community of practice can influence source code and design in application development. Today, I have how negotiation of different community of practice affect the source code and how it is implemented in the applications. Later, I explain what is community of practice. Okay. Community practice as group of people who share the common purpose, behavior, value of practice. Okay. LLP is learning legitimate verifiable participations. It's learning. It's not just taking a knowledge, but it is process of learning that include observe community members, their behavior, the skill, and development identity. So all process is learning, not take knowledge, not okay. And cultural transparency is this is the artifact does not have the function itself, but function by being embodied in the context and situations as a community. For example, this is Oculus Quest. Do you know Oculus Quest? This Facebook product. Head-mount display of VR. So Oculus Quest function has Guardian. Guardian is a security system to avoid being injured. If you head-mount display, so into virtual space, so you can see real space. So bump chair and object, you are injured. So this guardian system that avoid being injured yours in head-mount displays in virtual space. But this sold and engineer and programmer the sold this made by the programmer But some people interrupt this Guardian as gateway VR space. Come on, you can see Guardian, you into VR space. So cultural transparency is artifact does not have a function itself. Function with someone people this VR space entrance, and someone people system security system. So function by being embodied in the text context in the community is different, meaning different. So okay, discourse. Okay, micro speech behavior such as way of talking or listening to a broad perception of the world, such as saying, doing, being, value, being. James Apology and discourse is concepts describe the relationship between community cultures and its speech. For example, within in company, programmers cultures and engineer sales person culture, so different culture different, so they speak behavior habits is different. This discourse is culture and speech, focus on culture and speech. Okay, data analyst approach. The application was made through the collaboration between students of the development of international studies students, information science study students. Is collaboration in order to promote promotion of regional tourism. The students made a presentation of a software application to the region to promote deputy mayor of Ito City. Ito City is Japan city near Tokyo, 2 hours in a, so Shizuoka prefectures. So and one others foreign country regions, Hungary and Uzbekistan. So this projects promotion regions. So development of application to promote local tourism. Results, Deputy Mayor Ito City, Hungary Ambassador for 2018. Mayor Ito announced Mayor Ito City's and Uzbekistan Ambassador 2019. Students promotion and suggestions, develop applications. They made develop application. Okay, this data, this my research data. After analysis method is discourse analysis. Speed, the data is meeting video data, interview data, chat on Slack, the apply source code, programming code, and the presentation materials. Okay. So, okay, project stakeholders as class of university, international studies major students, and information science major students, and collaborated. Okay, and overseas students in Hungary, Uzbekistan collaborate, and like client and Ito City Shizuoka prefecture in Japan, to Hungary embassy and Uzbekistan embassy. Okay. Something went wrong. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Develop application. This projection mapping. Later, I explain this name. The coding language processing lead, the device Kinect, the content 3D print model Hungary traditional architectures with cherry blossom, so petal falling down. This projection mapping application and virtual reality application. It's coding language Unity, the C#, the device Oculus Quest, the content exploratory games up to visit Uzbekistan with virtual reality. It's quiz. This character is Japanese kanji, but user can choose English or Japanese. User can select. Okay. The projection mapping 2090s development environment language processing lead and Kinect. This contains pattern coordinate application for Uzbekistan patterns clause. User can use free. They want to choice dynamic clause pattern. So using Uzbekistan patterns clause. Oh, I'm sorry. This augmented reality 2090s develop environments coding language Swift 4 and module ARKit application for overlaying tourism resource with augmented reality. Yes, this test. Okay. Data analysis. The period for participants with both departments miss each other. Later, I explain the process, application development, and relation. How to make building relationship and international studies students and information science students. So the group that was able to take in the opinions international studies students into the application. But in otherwise, the group that wasn't able to take in the opinion of international students into the application. The period for participation with both departments, international students and information science students, miss each other. So, data analysis, I explain. Okay. International studies main students, they tend to LLP is passive participants in the first semester. The full participants the second half the project. So because their practice in their identity is to make a presentation in English, it is in the second half of the project that they have a chance to make presentation. Yeah, of course, the first semester is not still development application. So second semester have second semester's application. There is application, so presentation international study students. In addition to it is no area to develop application for them until they see mock-up of application. They don't know applications information technology. So first semester they passive participant this project. In other words, information science mainly students who participant from the first half of the project, they speak. It take a lot of time to develop the application, so they had to full participation the first half of the projects. In addition to that, they enjoy using new technology in the project. So the first half of the project, they can development and programming. So they their practice of their identities, the programming, the first half of the project, they start. So full participants from first half of the project. Okay. So information science studies, first, second full participant. In other words, international students, the second semester full participants. So the period of full participants with both departments miss each other. The international studies students will have more opinion on application development in the second semester. So students in the information science studies students need to incorporate their opinion into their application second semester. So missed. Okay, I explained this process. Today, I two application. So includes for projection mapping, VR, AR application. This process includes this similar. I explained today two application. So projection mapping 2081. Then later projection mapping 2019. So this today I explained two application, the development application process. Okay. This. Okay. This is a process from first semester to second semester development application process. So below human relations and above the source code process and application design. So data. Okay, this slides old. Okay, first semester human relations. Okay, international students interview data. I become more confident in speak English in the second semester. So first semester international studies students passive. Passive. So they have discourse user and customer as pleasure to use application in a project. Okay. The information science students, so video data, they talk, they're looking forward to the learning programming skill and using programming skill. So, and okay, the discourse emphasis of the being able to learn new technology and opportunity to use technology in a project. International studies students focus on in projects. Information science students focus on in project difference. International studies students user and customer focus on. They pleasure to use application. International studies focus on, but information science students focus on is they themselves they learn new technology and use opportunity technology. So their each other discourse is different. Okay. The first semester, international studies students collect data. Excuse me. Okay, first semester, the international studies students goes to target region of the project. Is Itoshi Shizuoka Prefecture in Japan. The target regions. There's collect data for application. So international studies students they discover the Omuro Yamayaki. Can you see fires of Mountain Omuro? The Mountain Omuro Yamayaki is traditional event. They burn weeds for environmental preservations 1 year at one time traditional events. So international study students they thought this Omuruyama Yamayaki traditional events changed Omuruyama Yamayaki traditional events on projection mapping. So user, the audience, anytime can see traditional event. So information, international studies students, this give this data to information science. Information international students wants for information scientists to develop projection mapping to Omuruyama Yamayaki traditional events. Okay, this process communication with the Slack. Slack is chat tool. Yeah. Using Slack, information gathered and collect is made to develop applications. Informatics, information science students acquired topographic data for 3D prints Mountain Omuro. So after information students make a 3D printer model on Mountain Omuruyama. If informatics students project various time design onto 3D prints Mount Omuro, but they proposed to the international student major students a work with a higher degree of media art product of the application that is not related to Omuruyama traditional events about the product, and then work with a lower degree of product that's related to Omuruyama traditional events, not engineer identity, programmer identity, so lower degree of product. Not they don't want to propose. So okay, this data, this media art, they want to propose, but this not relates to the Mount Omuruyama traditional event design. This is media art. Okay. So this type of division level relationship, international students was only concerned with collect local data and passing it on to information science students. And information science students is focus on information technology. So media, example media art. So not to collaborate, division level. Each other focus on the focus on aspect. So not collaborate. after the information students change design to represent the traditional events Omurama, Mountain Omuro, because when the international student presented the design, the regional peoples, they could not explain that design was media art. So because not no related traditional event, so information science students will change design media art from media art to traditional events design is Yamayaki. Okay. Okay. In the second semester, information students have opportunities. This opportunity is presented proposal for application develop the deputy mayor for the target area. So the international students, the advice, the presentation, the prepared by the information students, they point out they should not explain the technology of the application, but rather tell what it will do for them. Information science students explain so many database programming codes, but international students point out not this. More tell what it will do for them. At the time, the department information students understood the concept international studies and discourse through this practice, a presentation. So user, the user and the customer discourse, international studies main discourse, user and the customer is pleasure to use application. So information science students understood. Okay. Okay. The second semester, the field region is Hungary. First semester, it was in Japan. Second semester is in Hungary region. I aim to region as Hungary. Okay. As information studies students into international studies students communicate with Slack. The international students and Hungarian students to communicate with each other Instagram. This is media mix. And Hungarian students give information about the traditional Hungarian architecture to international students, major students in Japan. Okay, collaborate this. In addition, the 3D data was shared with them because in Japan, students can't read Hungarian characters, Hungarian language, can't read. So Hungarian students find out 3D projection map, 3D data. After they give international student in Japan this data. After international students conveys that information 3D data to the information students using Slack. Information studies students made a model of traditional Hungarian architecture using a 3D printer. Yes, this process needs okay. Information science students have understood international student discourse. So this fusion of COP and discourse, and so then programming source code is changed. The first semester, the interaction function was first semester. interaction function was implemented in such as a way that event is generated when the volume, the sound exceeds sign's magnitude is not meaning. This volume, the event starts projection mapping. But however, international students felt the volume sound was not sufficient to be conditioned for the event generation. The needs user-friendly interaction. International student needs for user-friendly interaction was communicated to information science to ask. I'm sorry. International student ask information scientist student. Interaction is the user-friendly. This volume is not user friendly. So the first semester, but information science not here this ask. But second semesters, information science student understand discourse. International students of discourse. So okay. The information science students who understood the user point of view are reprogramming. So the figure 1, the interaction function was programmed using abstract function name interaction, only interaction. But figure 2, they replace abstract function with a concrete process name using object-oriented programming. The design of the developed application has an animation on cherry blossom dancing around CBS the blow. CBS I blow represents the conditions for the event to occur when the user blows on it. Blows. Cherry blossom is go dancing. So the CBSI move, it indicates that cherry blossom petals will move. Okay, then this code is different. So human relation process and coding change process, it's related. Okay. The second, I was failed to take in international students' opinion. Before this is can take in opinion, but this I explain later. Not take in opinion of international students. So this projection mapping pattern coding application for reflection patterns. I'm sorry, noisy BGM.
あまりに似合いすぎて。
Okay. This first human relations, the international study mainly students, passive participants. So meeting data, they said, I thought it would be scarcely if I didn't try it. That means application develop. They don't know application development, so he feel that scarcely this comment. But first semester projection mapping, so international students see projection mapping, so they can understood web application development, so they have opinion. But in the second semester, different interpretations of projection mapping were found between department of international studies and department information studies. I read I thought image or projection mapping is ability to show something fantastic or 3D animation. This international studies user perspectives, but information science major student, what I mean by mapping is the positioning of the object and the image. So this technical perspective, the difference 3D mapping interpretations of different. Okay. Result, the international student did not express their opinion strongly because the programming expert is an information student, and international students, they non-experts. So in addition, based on priority deadline. So, okay. The group that failed to take in the opinion of international student in the application, because international information science students, 2 members of information were not able to share the source code well. So why did you fail to share the source code? The gap in the code reading ability among members of the development information studies, discrepancies in the sense of the time for development include debugging among student Department of Information Studies. Interview 1, the gap in code reading ability among members of Department of Information Studies. The interview data, when a student who is behind in development asks a student with a code reading skills, you need to try and error to understand these people very well programming. The second programmed unconsciously, so I told us is okay. The sharing source code is not just about source code only, but also this feeling, the behavior. So all share. Not source code, but also feeling the behavior is coding. And to read second reason, the discrepancies in the sense of time for development include debugging among students in information science. When the integrated source codes incident occurs, it was working my environment. This students show this data. It was forking my environment, so thought it would work quickly. And to remember, I had success with the sample. I thought the image for production environment would be laid soon. So this I'm sorry. They underestimated the possibility that error would occur when integrated the source code in the production environment. It is a low estimate for the ask of debugging as a way to remove error. Okay, the 2 reasons. So not to confuse, information scientists can't afford to hearing opinion of international students. So because information science students can't share code. Before I explain 2 reasons. So international students and information science students can't go fusion, discourse, and community of practice. Okay. The result, the first semester, the function of to stamp the image of building and food on Itoshi in Shizuoka Prefecture in Japan. On the yukata as Japanese traditional clothes stamp, the Itoshi, the image function of draw on them. The second semester, I'm sorry, international student, the first semester product feeling not the fantastic, not the 3D projection mapping interact. So second semester, the information science added source code called image background to the application. This enable an image to the project on the background. The fantastic image or projection mapping, the international student was not function of the programming, but incorporated through the use of brightly pattern materials Uzbekistan. So discussion, the period of commitment with the both departments miss each other. International studies main students presented English is the center of practice, and the opportunity to do is the second half of the project. In addition, science, the development of applications unknown fields. Information science mainly students, they enjoy using new technology in the second half project. First half of the project, research development informatics tend to have more opportunity to get opinion from the international student department which participate fully in the second semester. Therefore, students in development information will have to modify the source code of the first semester. In addition, that they develop the new application second semester. In discussion 2, a team that successfully incorporates the view of the international studies, the development, the information students understand the discourse and different background and reconstruct their programming from the perspective of the different discourses that they have acquired. A team failed to incorporate this view of international development. I'm sorry, nothing. Only 2090 projection mapping is. The programming source code was not well shared. The gap in code, two reasons. Gap is called reading ability among members of the development information studies. Discrepancies in the sense of time for the develop include debugging among students in the department information studies. Okay, reference. So when we develop application, we have to look at the how relationship created, not just the new technologies and programming capabilities. How the member, the community of participants, how member participants, full participants and passive participants. If it's passive participants practice in their identity take place or not. So focus on not only programming capabilities, technology, programming, but also relations, process, and full participants and past participant. So all we have to see relationship process, programming source code change. We need to consider this both. Okay, thank you. My presentation for listening.
Okay. Thank you very much for your presentation. At least we have time for one question.
I'm sorry, very long. I'm sorry.
No problem. It was great. So you are used to work with Japanese students.
Yes.
But you presented that you have worked with international students, such as Hungarians and Uzbekistanis as well.
Yes.
In your presentation, you have talked about human relations and behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask you, besides to human relations and behaviors, how country culture impacted project development?
How country? Okay. Okay. Behavior is so. I understand two ways. So big country culture, but this studies I focus on this small community, yeah, engineer and sales, international. So small community is I focus on this culture. So big culture, so big that I also this but me risk have risk stereotype, yeah. So how so I difficult so country culture tell so I difficult. I'm sorry. So
No problem. Let me try to explain a little bit better for you. So we have a way of doing things in Brazil, completely different when we compare to Japanese. So what I'm asking you is about how was the relationship between international students.
Okay. Okay, key term is have common purpose, and of course difficult culture, but common they have common purpose. So
So the common purpose drove the project.
Yeah. So not to understand this each culture, but they created purpose. So each collaborated work can collaborate work. Yes, this my studies view. Yeah.
Which was your main challenge during the project development? Did you have a challenge, a problem, or something like that during the project development?
Project development?
A challenge during the development.
Future?
Or something like that.
Problem. This challenge. This source code is each other the specialty. Each other they have specialties. So, example, information scientists difficult to understand international studies specialties. Each other international studies difficult understands to difficult information science specialties. So take long time to understand. So, but tell not a word don't understand. Through practice, need practice and understand. This is so take long time. So quickly understand. So difficult. So this. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So I would like to thank you very much for your time, for your brilliant presentation, added value for us, and thanks a lot, and have a good day in Japan.
I appreciate to this opportunity give me. So grateful. Thank you for yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.
I could wait 1,000 days. You never wait for me. You never wait for me. You can watch me glow.
Que dia incrível de evento! Eu estou impressionada com as palestras, os palestrantes foram maravilhosos e amanhã tem mais. Então continue nos acompanhando aqui no site oficial do evento e também nas redes sociais. Uma ótima noite a todos e até amanhã!
Watch me glow.
Grupo Vale e Rede Construai Grupo Construjan apresentam Terceira Semana Integrada Internacional da FAVAG, de 26 a 31 de outubro, com uma programação digital que conecta você ao novo normal. Palestrantes internacionais, 6 palcos digitais, transmissões ao vivo, 106 atividades com mais de 144 horas de conteúdo, desafio dos terceirões com quiz interativo premiado, live shows com Lucas Eric e a atração nacional Gabi e Rafa.
Garrafa na mão, orgulho no chão.
Terceira Semana Integrada Internacional da FAVAG. Informações e inscrições favag.edu.br.
You can watch me glow.
O valor da sua conta de energia está alto? Faça um orçamento para gerar sua própria energia solar na Supritec, a energia do momento, acessível para todos. Venha conhecer. Energia solar é na Supritec. Há 20 anos oferecendo o que é de melhor para você.
Tá valendo, tá valendo! Reconstruai!
Quer ganhar uma reforma no valor de 30 mil reais? Participe da Reconstruai. A reforma pode ser na cozinha, no banheiro, na sala, você que escolhe. Dá até para transformar aquele cantinho especial da sua casa num cômodo que você sempre sonhou. Para participar é só acessar o site reconstruai.com.br. Clique em Quero Participar, faça o seu cadastro, envie fotos do local a ser reformado e não se esqueça de caprichar na resposta para a pergunta: por que você merece uma reforma Construai? Depois é só pedir votos para todo mundo. Reconstruai, não fique fora dessa.
Tá valendo, tá valendo! Reconstruai!
Temos como valores a transparência e a ética em tudo que fazemos. Somos comprometidos e respeitamos os nossos associados. Geramos soluções financeiras adequadas e sustentáveis por meio do cooperativismo e temos compromisso e solidariedade com as comunidades onde estamos presentes. Somos a principal instituição financeira, propulsora do desenvolvimento econômico e social dos nossos associados. Somos Cicobi Credivag.
A faculdade para ser feliz conecta você ao futuro. Vestibular FAVAG 2021. Faça já sua inscrição para o vestibular agendado da FAVAG e venha fazer o curso dos seus sonhos. Acesse vestibularfavag.com.br e escolha o melhor dia e horário. Provas presenciais ou online, inscrições abertas e gratuitas. Vestibularfavag.com.br, conectando você ao novo normal.
Rafa e temos um convite muito especial para vocês. Gente, adivinha só? Finalmente vamos fazer uma live. E dessa vez vai ser com uma faculdade lá de Minas Gerais. Gabi, fala aí, que faculdade top é essa que tá todo mundo falando?
FAVAG, tem um super desafio, viu? Entra lá no Instagram, vocês vão conferir. Nossa live vai ser cheia de energia boa, muita música.
Isso aí, muitas declarações de amor. Isso aí. E eu vou falar pra vocês, gente, estudem, tá? Estudem, levem a sério, mas também curtam, porque a vida é ser feliz.
Isso aí, a galera do terceiro ano do ensino médio vai concorrer a vários prêmios e participar dos desafios. Então a gente espera vocês, tá?
Bora, gente! 31 de outubro, bora acompanhar essa live, vocês não podem perder, não.
Valeu, galera! Fala, galera, nós somos Gabi e Rafa, temos um convite super especial. Semana Integrada Internacional da Faculdade Vale do Gorotuba, e a gente vai fazer uma super live para vocês, viu?
Isso aí, gente. E se inscreva lá na faculdade, tá bom? É facinho para você se inscrever. FAVAG com 2 Is, ok?
Vem curtir com a gente, né?
Vem curtir com a gente essa live maravilhosa que vai ser muito legal, gente. Muita música boa e muita energia positiva para todos vocês.
A gente espera vocês. Beijo!
I could wait 1,000 days. You never wait for me. You never wait for me. You can watch me glow.
Que dia incrível de evento! Eu estou impressionada com as palestras, os palestrantes foram maravilhosos e amanhã tem mais. Então continue nos acompanhando aqui no site oficial do evento e também nas redes sociais. Uma ótima noite a todos e até amanhã!